Hey everyone, we're going to do a quick walkthrough to make sure you understand how to go ahead and be a presenter. So you've entered Blackboard, you're going into your classroom, however your professor has constructed the link. You get to the base page and you need to enter the classroom. So when you enter, the three little dings again let us know that the audio is loaded. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now your name will show up down here. Notice across from my name there's some icons here. You're used to seeing these rows, these columns, with the check mark, right, or the X, or the hand raise, or the emoticon. I've flown the coop and now I've returned. Got it? But you'll see you initially don't have these guys over here on the far right. Why not? Those are only tools that are available for the presenter. We're in my base classroom, so right now I am the only presenter. The little block-headed man with the star means someone is a presenter. When you originally load in, you won't see this. But your instructor, your name will show up here. He or she will click, see how there's a minus sign there? You will have a minus sign across from your name. Again, you won't see it, but you don't need to worry. Your instructor will come in and click that minus sign. It will turn to a plus sign. Then you will indeed be able to see these extra little columns, and you will see all this extra stuff over here on the right. To present, to give your presentation, your demonstration, whatever, once you've been made a presenter, here are some tools that will suddenly be at your fingertips. The first thing is you can lock talk. What is lock talk? Notice how right now, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have to click the talk button for you to hear me, right? When it becomes tequila sunrise orange, blah, 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 then it's hot. But once you have presenter status, under options, there's a hidden menu. You click on options just to the right of the telephone and boom, lock talk right there. Scroll up. Once I've clicked lock talk, look at that. It stays hot so I can go about giving my presentation. I don't need to worry about it. Now another thing you're probably going to want to do is turn on your video camera. Right here on the left side of the phone, this little 1980s circa video camera icon. You click that and you will get a pop-up window. Now you're not done yet, because notice it's got a sleeping eye. The eye is start transmitting video. I click on that, and when the eye is orange, ooh, I should have brushed my hair before making this video. Okay, when the eye is orange, you are hot. Now, down here in the corner, you have this little preview. If you want to get rid of that, click the center button. That'll make it go away. So all you'll see, and there's a bit of a lag here, sorry, I'm working off of Wi-Fi. All you'll see is exactly what is being transmitted out. One thing I want to point out to you, please, when you're giving your presentation, look at the webcam, wherever it happens to be. People tend to look at themselves, and you can see it from the other side. It's actually quite entertaining. So don't look at yourself. Look at the camera when you're giving your presentation. Now you can move the video out of the way, or depending on how you want it, you can even make it so you barely see it, which is what I'm going to do because it's frightening me. And if there's anyone under 18 right now, they're probably going to need serious therapy after watching this video. But you get my point. So you do have to leave this window open. You can resize it. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. But if you close it, you will stop transmitting video. Again, look for the eye. If it's open and it's orange, you are indeed transmitting video. When you're done, you can close it and it will go away. Now, why is it important that you lock talk when you're presenting? It's because the video camera defaults to whomever is speaking. So you can have 4 different people, 10 different people, 300 people in different locations taking their turn sharing, and they will appear in the conversation. The default is the person speaking is the one that the video camera transmits from. So you're going to want to, again, lock talk first, and then click the sleeping eye to begin transmitting your video. Okay, you can get rid of the orange preview box so it's not in the way. Please don't display full video unless you have great lighting and you're looking really good, because it can just, woo, that's a big picture. Now, one other thing I do want to point out, you may want to use the share button. What is share? Share is basically a window onto your desktop. When I click share, now please don't use video and share. It's too much bandwidth, and even somebody running off a really fast connection will probably see static, and it will not be a good look for anybody. But to show what's on your desktop, you click share, and you're going to get another pop-up. Alright, share applications. A window will open. Now every name of every person in the room will show up here. It will default to you. I'm the only one in here, obviously it's me. I need to begin sharing. Now notice it's going to ask, where do you want this to show up? In the content frame or in a new window? I strongly suggest you stick with the content frame. What is the content frame? This space here is the content frame. Sometimes when you click to open a new window, it works great, and sometimes it literally throws people out. So I stick with content frame. You will click begin sharing. Now there's going to be one other pop-up that appears right here. App share selection. I could show my entire window, which I recommend you do not do, because that's too big to fit in this content frame. You could do full desktop. Again, I think it's too big. It doesn't work for me. Other people like it. If you've got time to play with it, make your own call. But I prefer screen area. Notice with screen area, now I have this little box. I can move this box around. Now you do have to click OK once you've made a selection, and then close this window. And notice it even says in the lower left-hand corner in the text bar, App Share Session is now displaying Kimberly Green's desktop. So whatever is inside my desktop, again, I've lock-talked. I can get my WIMBA classroom out of the way. I can now show you whatever happens to be on my desktop. Right now you're looking at a page that's inside Firefox. Or I can get everything out of the way, and I can literally just show you my desktop. Okay, so if I want to show a PowerPoint, I can open the PowerPoint. Don't go into full screen mode. If you do that, just grab your slides as they are. Otherwise, it's too big. Again, think about it this way. The people you're presenting to, they're seeing in this space. They can make it bigger, but you don't want to overwhelm the space. Make the best use of space. So see about the size of my red box here. Maybe just a little bigger. I'm comfortable going. If you slowly grab the corners, you can stretch it out. Whereas when you grab the bar, you can move it around. Okay? So one trick that I use is I will put what I'm showing over on one side of my computer. I will move and manipulate my WIMBA classroom so that I can still see the text. So something's going on over here, but you guys can't. I'm doing the presentation over here, and over here maybe someone is asking a question. I can still see it and go, oh, Carolyn, okay, you're right, that's a good point. Let me highlight that as well, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So again, now let me end the sharing. Don't worry about archive. If your professor wants it archived, he or she will go ahead and do that. You have to end sharing. Please be sure you do that. Otherwise, it could hang your computer. You'll be able to get out of it eventually, but why cause trouble? So let me make this a little bigger again. You can see what we're doing. All right. I've got moving. Okay. So again, be sure you lock talk, and then when you're done, Or if someone wants to ask a question, they type in here, may I ask a question please? What you might want to do, so there's no feedback loop, is say, okay, go ahead and ask your question. Notice since I'm lock talked, when I click my talk button, it then goes to mute. Got it? Someone, hey, I need to ask you a question. Okay, please go ahead and ask your question. When you are done, though, please unlock your talk, which I'm on a Mac, so I have to move it over. Unclick lock talk. Alright, goes back to gray. Then again, if I want to speak, blah, blah, blah. But our number one thing we want to make sure is we don't cause an ugly feedback loop because it gives everybody migraines. That's the basics, down and dirty. Alright? Hope that helps.